Alright, hello everyone. My name is Voyager1 here. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. And I have a question. I have a honest, serious question, okay? Why is it taking so long to make a game, right? Now, this question is more so directed not at indies, because I know they're going to do their thing. However, this question is more so directed at, studios, entire studios that have like 100 people, 400 people, 800 people, even 2,000 people, all across the globe, three studios, right? But they're under one roof in a sense, like at EA or Ubisoft or something like that. Why is it taking so long to make a game? I'd much rather Elder Scrolls 6 being uh, developed and then released on the PS4 and PlayStation 5 rather than it's still being developed today. I don't know what type of nonsense that they're pulling over there. And it seems that Asha herself got annoyed with this and she put down the hammer. You cannot convince me otherwise. It's just hilarious how that whole announcement turned out, one after another. It's just like they could have. She wasn't even patient enough to let them wait until the Game Awards later this year and announce those sort of things back to back to back to back. No, no, no. You're going to announce them right now. Right now. It's been 8 years, by the way. 8 years since they announced Elder Scrolls 6, and we still don't have it. And we still don't know if Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be released before 2028 so it can have a physical game release. We don't know. We have no idea. So I'm here wondering, as I get older, if I'm going to be 32 when this game comes out. How old was I when Elder Scrolls 5 released in 2011? I was about 13 years old. I'm 28. The game still hasn't come out, right? But I'm not asking this just because of Bethesda. I'm seriously considering, is it worth it having 100 people working on a game? And for this long, right? How much money has been poured into it over and over and over again? Interesting. It's very interesting. You can get so much more done with a team of 4 people or a team of 20 or 33 people, and you get something like Expedition 33. You get something like Power World, right? You get something like Black Myth Wukong, which had a pretty decent average development time, around 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 years. However, these big guys, these Bethesdas, these Ubisoft, they take all these resources, but yet they can't put out a game. They can't put out a game. The only ones who have been able to put out games, no. Let me restate that. The only ones who've been able to put out quality games, rather they're remakes or a brand new IP, has been Capcom. Think about it. Just this year alone, Pragmata, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, right? Which I'm still trying to find a physical copy for on PlayStation 5. But that's a discussion for another time. You're gonna have Onimusha as well, which looks fantastic. By the way, some people argue the graphics don't look that great. I don't play these games for graphics. I play them more so for the challenge, and I understand it's a remake. But for me, I think it works for me because I do remember Onimusha for the PlayStation 5. But I didn't get to play. I don't think I even had it, but I'm aware of the game, right? For a PS2, for the PS2 era. But anyways, I'm glad to see that coming back again. Hopefully we can have a sequel along with that long awaited sequel for that, right? But look at what Capcom is doing. In comparison to what Naughty Dog is doing, they've been putting out nothing, right? of all the complaints that we give Xbox, of all the rants that we give them for the mismanagement, yes, it is deserved. However, Naughty Dogs put out nothing. Nothing. And they are just devouring the paycheck, right? The CEO is up there, the PlayStation, he's signing up the paycheck, he's allowing them to devour the whole paycheck and just put out nothing for the past 6 years. Absolutely nothing, right? Actually, ever since they last released the Last of Us Part 2, and the remaster for that doesn't count. It doesn't. The PC port for that doesn't count. The reason why it doesn't count is because they had help with that. So it's not a brand new game either. It's amazing how they get away with so much. But it's actually hilarious that Asa Sharma, you can't tell me different. Asa Sharma, she put down the hatches. And she told Bethesda, you're going to put out or get out. Plain and simple. And I agree. I think it's embarrassing. Embarrassing that it had to get this way. But you know, this is what happens when you get comfortable, right? And you just expect that paycheck to come in because people are playing your games, and Xbox doesn't care. But Asha, she does care. And that's a threat. That's a threat, actually. Get in line. Very good. Very good to see. Anyway, appreciate you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. I'll see you guys later.